Welcome in, everybody, to BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B. Today we've got one case of 2024 Leaf Vivid Baseball that we're going to be getting into. While we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, bmc.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks and let you know we go live at eBay Live. Also, need to mention no purchase necessary for link down in the description. Also, apologies for the slight delay. For some reason, the mic was not picking up any sound. And Lord knows, y'all want to hear my beautiful voice. Box number one. Good luck, everybody. Sammy Sosa, 2 of 7. Leo DeVries, 7 of 8. Henry Lane, 2 of 8. Trey Phelps, 2 of 6. Miguel Blaze, 2 of 8. Cam Kojal, 7 of 9. And Samuel Basallo, 4 of 6. Rock Chalosky, 2 of 4. Frank Thomas, 5 of 9. Blake Burke, 3 of 5. Tommy Troy, 3 of 10. Chris Sabo, 1 of 1. Kennedy Corona, 3 of 6. And a Roman Anthony, 3 of 7. Good time to be having a Roman Anthony. Just got called up and looks like his cards are selling like hotcakes. Chase Burns, 3 of 7. Manny Ramirez, 1 of 10. Jacob Melton, 1 of 2. Blake Mitchell, 2 of 6. Kobe Mayo, 1 of 4. Cam Smith, 3 of 7. And Jace Laviolette, 1 of 1. Walker Yanek, 2 of 9. Ricky Henderson, 6 of 10. David Shields, 1 of 2. Brady House, 8 of 10. Carter Holton, 4 of 7. Brooks Lee, 9 of 10. And colorful combos, Dave Portnoy, Frank the Tank Fleming, and Dan Big Cat Katz. 3 of 8 for the Barstool Boys. That'll go into random.org at the end of the break. Stay tuned for that. You have either of those 3 fellas. Charlie Sheen, 9 of 9. Griffin Burkholder, 3 of 7. Chase Mobley, 4 of 10. Kyle DeBarge, 2 of 10. Cam Caminiti, 2 of 10. Dean Moss, 5 of 5. And triple auto, Ben Hess, Bryce Cunningham, and Henry Lane, 5 of 9. That'll also be going to random.org at the end of the break. Blake Mitchell, 4 of 8. Johnny Bench, 1 of 10. Wyatt Sanford, 9 of 9. Alfredo Sena, 2 of 6. Boston Bateman, 1 of 9. Eric Batoni, 8 of 8. And Travis Bazzana, 2 of 3. Kobe Mayo, 4 of 10. Sebastian Walcott, 1 of 3. Ryan Ballschmidt, 7 of 8. Caleb Durbin, 9 of 9. Ethan Anderson, 1 of 10. Quentin Young, 3 of 7. And Chris Cortez, Caden Dana. Dual auto, 1 of 2. Box number 8. Caden Dana, 2 of 9. Jacob Melton, 2 of 9. Jonathan Santucci, 3 of 3. Dylan Dreiling, 4 of 5. Logan Evans, 6 of 6. Bryce Cunningham, 2 of 10. And Don Mattingly, 1 of 1. Nice. Cooper Pratt, 2 of 10. Nick Kurtz, 1 of 1. Griffin Burkholder, 1 of 7. Daniel Savette, 4 of 5. Baheba Aloy, 2 of 10. Tyler Bremner, 5 of 10. And James Wood, 3 of 8. And final box of the break, box number 10. Good luck, everybody. Kalen Culpepper, 8 of 8. Ichiro, 4 of 10. Brody Brecht, 3 of 3. Alejandro Osuna, 5 of 8. Jefferson Rojas, 6 of 8. Trey Savage, 2 of 7. And Jesus Mate, 5 of 9. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being part of the break, as always. For the hits, Sammy Sosa, Leo DeVries, Henry Lillane, Trey Phelps, Miguel Blaze, Cam Kojal, Samuel Basallo, Rock Chalosky, Frank Thomas, Blake Burke, Tommy Troy, Chris Sabo, Kennedy Corona, Roman Anthony, Chase Burns, Manny Ramirez, Jacob Melton, Blake Mitchell, Kobe Mayo, Cam Smith, Jason Laviolette, Walker Yanek, Ricky Henderson, David Shields, Brady House, Carter Holton, Brooks Lee, Charlie Sheen, Griffin Burkholder, Chase Mobley, Cal DeBarge, Cam Caminiti, Dean Moss, Blake Mitchell, Johnny Bench, Wyatt Sanford, Alfredo Sena, Boston Bateman, Eric Batoni, Travis Bazzana, Kobe Mayo, Sebastian Walcott, Ryan Waldschmidt, Caleb Durbin, Ethan Anderson, Quentin Young, Caden Dana, Jacob Melton, Jonathan Santucci, Dylan Dreiling, Logan Evans, Bryce Cunningham, Don Mattingly, Cooper Pratt, Nick Kurtz, Griffin Burkholder, Daniel Savette, Vaheba Aloy, Tyler Bremner, James Wood, Kalen Culpepper, Ichiro, Brody Brecht, Alejandro Osuna, Jefferson Rojas, Trey Savage, Jesus Mate. And going to random.org, dual auto for Chris Cortez and Kane Dana. Triple autos, Dave Portnoy, Frank the Tank Fleming, and Dan Big Cat Katz. And Ben Hess, Bryce Cunningham, and Henry Lillane. All right, that is it for baseball. I'm going to get these guys knocked out real quick at random.org. And then we are on to 2025 Leaf Pro Set Metal Football here in a few minutes. Going to get that set up and good to go after we finish the randoms. All right, we've got random.org pulled up and good to go. Got to roll some dice. Get with your hard to be for us. Gonna go 7 times on each random. Starting off with Chris Cortez and Caden Dana, dual auto. That is 6 times. Final rope. Caden Dana staying on top. Congratulations. Next up is the triple auto of Dave Portnoy, Frank the Tank Fleming, and Dan Big Cat Katz. That is 6 times. Final roll. It is Frank the Tank Fleming coming out on top. Congratulations. And finally, Ben has Bryce Cunningham, Henry Lane. That is 6 times. Final roll. Ben Hess coming out on top. Congratulations. All right, that is it for baseball. Thank you guys again. This has been BMC Collectibles Breaks. We are on to 2025 Leaf Pro Set Metal Football here in just a second. Going to get that set up and good to go. All right, welcome in everybody to BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B. Today we've got one case of 2025 Leaf Pro Set Metal Football to get into. While we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, bmc.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks and let you know we go live at eBay Live. Also, to mention no purchase necessary for link down in the description. Box number one. Good luck, everybody. Let's see a one-of-one surname. That's going to be the goal for today, boys. I believe in us. I think we can do it. Well, it's not a one-of-one, but we'll take two of them. Faison Brandon and Dylan Gabriel start us off. Both are out of 25. Blake Corum, 16/49. Cam Skedaboo, 15/49. Jonathan Brooks, 10/15. Peyton Thorne, 34/49. KC Conception, 20/20. Tyrone Tracy Jr., Pro Set Platinum, 21/25. Tawi Walker, 4/15. Kellen Winslow, 2/7, Pro Set Platinum. And die cut, Jaden Daniels. Boom. One of 10. LIT. George McIntyre, 18/25. Danny Werfel, 7/25. Roddy White, 1/3. LT, 44/49. Darian Mensah, 40/49. Jordan Davison, 1/1. Penny Boone, 8/15. Mario Anderson Jr., 11/15. Omari Miller, 3/15. Byron Brown, 7/15. And Austin Simmons, 4/25. Jackson Arnold. You got the D, 7/25. Joe Montana, 28/49. Ryan Puglisi, 1/1, or 1/3. That'll be a 1/1. Kellen Winslow, 36/49. Julian Edelman, 11/25. Haas Haney, 4/10. Ethan Garbers, 8/9. Max Brosmer, 1/10. Javian Thomas, 3/8. Pro Set Platinum, 20/25 for Burt Jones. And DeMond Williams Jr., 2/20. Deuce Knight, 21/25. Raheem Rocket Ismail, 10/25. Caleb Jackson, 8/15, or 8/25. Byron Brown, 40/49. Graham Mertz, out of 49. Grant Gray, 8/8. Justice Haynes in motion, 25/25. Achilles Smith Jr., 11/15. Jackson Arnold, 7/15. Brennan Sorsby, 20/25. And Pro Set Platinum, Jeremiah Love, 3/8. Kyron Drones, 22 of 25. Lawrence Arnold, 5 of 7. Amar Johnson, 16 of 25. Brock Purdy, 15 of 15. Printing plate 1 of 1 for Thomas Castellanos. Taj Brooks, 2 of 5. Woody Marks, 1 of 1. Roman Wilson, 9 of 15. James Simon, 6 of 10. And Cam Ward, Pro Set Platinum, 1 of 7. Box number 6, Brandon Aubrey, 1 of 5. CJ Donaldson Jr., 9 of 10. Tim Brown, 18 of 25. Jared Curtis, 2 of 25. Riley Leonard, 17 of 25. Malachi Coleman, 3 of 8. Brady Hart, 6 of 20. Pro Set Platinum. JT Lindsay, 5 of 15. TJ Moore, 1 of 5. Dylan Risk, 9 of 25. And Gunnar Stockton, 5 of 5. Men Iamaliva, 25 of 25. Mercury Morris, 16 of 25. Juju Lewis, 3 of 3. Devin Neal, 13 of 15. Teddy Bruschi, 5 of 10. Graham Mertz, 19 of 20. Pro Set Platinum. Giles Jackson, 18 of 20. Jabre Barber, 8 of 15. Dylan Jones, 3 of 20. Daquan Felton, 1 of 3. And Pro Set Platinum, 7 of 8 for Wonderful Champs Monks. Or Mons, excuse me. Mons. Wish my mama named me Wonderful. Instead she named me Beeve. Box number 8, Roger Staubach, 5 of 5. These bets are going to be a lot harder to hit. Braylon Russell, 3 of 25. Jacoby George, 39 of 49. Coach, Urban Meyer, 13 of 49. Dylan Risk, 33 of 49. Caden Salter, 8 of 15. Raheem Sanders, 1 of 1. Antoine Hill Jr., 1 of 3. Keanu Jenkins, 8 of 10. Graham Mertz, 4 of 5. And Nicholas Singleton, in motion, 9 of 20. Malik Washington, 21 of 25. Ethan Hampton, 26 of 49. Ty Simpson, 7 of 49. TJ Lateef, 30 of 49. Garrett Nussmeier, 13 of 25. Brandon Ennis, 1 of 20. Trey Benson, 7 of 15. Evan Svoboda, 4 of 8. Lawrence Arnold, 8 of 20. Pro Set Platinum, 8 of 20 for Miles O'Neill. And Matthew Golden, 24 of 25. And final box of the break. Box number 10. Good luck, everybody. Elijah Haven, 425. Jaden Daniels, 11 of 15. Bernie Kosar, 19 of 25. Will Griffin, 1 of 15. Malik Murphy, 5 of 15. Aaron Anderson, 3 of 10. Pro Set Platinum, 1 of 5 for Riley Leonard. Pro Set Platinum, 9 of 10 for Otis Anderson. Antoine Wells Jr., 3 of 3. And DJ Lagway, 3 of 3 to close us out. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being part of the breaks as always. Really do appreciate it. Go ahead and get us a hit recap going here in just a second. Start off with the nameplates. Dylan Gabriel, Faison Brandon, George McIntyre, Jackson Arnold, Deuce Knight, Kyron Jones, Brandon Aubrey, Madden Iamaliava, Roger Staubach, Malik Washington, Elijah Haven, Blake Corum, Cam Scadaboo, Jonathan Brooks, Peyton Thorne, KC Conception, Tyron Tracy Jr., Tommy Walker, Kellen Winslow, Jaden Daniels, Danny Werfel, Roddy White, LaDainian Tomlinson, Darian Mensah, Jordan Davison, Penny Boone, Mario Anderson, Amarian Miller, Byron Brown, Austin Simmons, Joe Montana, Ryan Puglisi, Kellen Winslow, Julian Edelman, Haas Haney, Ethan Garbers, Max Brosmer, Javian Thomas, Burt Jones, DeMond Williams Jr., Raheem Rocket Ismail, Caleb Jackson, Byron Brown, Graham Mertz, Grant Gray, Justice Haynes, Achilles Smith Jr., Jackson Arnold, Brendan Sorsby, Jeremiah Love, Lawrence Arnold, Amar Johnson, Brock Purdy, Thomas Castellanos, Taj Brooks, Woody Marks, Roman Wilson, James Simon, Cameron Ward, CJ Donaldson Jr., Tim Brown, Jared Curtis, Riley Leonard, Malachi Coleman, Brady Hart, JT Lindsay, TJ Moore, Dylan Risk, Gunnar Stockton, Mercury Morris, Juju Lewis, Devin Neal, Teddy Bruschi, Graham Mertz, Giles Jackson, Jabray Barber, Dylan Jones, Daquan Felton, Wonderful Mons, Braylon Russell, Jacoby George, Urban Meyer, Dylan Risk, Caden Salter, Raheem Sanders, Antoine Hill Jr., Keani Jenkins, Graham Mertz, Nicholas Singleton, Ethan Hampton, Ty Simpson, TJ Lateef, Garrett Nussmeyer, Brandon Ennis, Trey Benson, Evan Zaboda, Lawrence Arnold, Miles O'Reilly, Matthew Golden, Jaden Daniels, Bernie Kosar, Will Griffin, Malik Murphy, Aaron Anderson, Riley Leonard, Otis Anderson, Antoine Wells Jr., DJ Lagway. Alright, that is it for football. Thank you guys for being here. And remember that we do have more of this, as well as 2025 metal. Pretty much is alternating day to day throughout the rest of the month. So look forward to having y'all back in here for those. Next up is 2023-2024 UD the Cup hockey. Gonna get that set up and good to go. We'll be back with you in a few minutes once that's set up. Alright, welcome in everybody to BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B. Today we've got one inner case of 2023-2024 Upper Deck The Cup to get into. While we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, bmc.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That will make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks. And let you know we go live and eBay Live. Also, you mentioned no purchase necessary for link down in the description. Box number 1. RPA. Marco Casper. 116 out of 249. Looks like this thing has like a crack on it too. Right there. It's not visible on the surface though. It's just inside, I guess. Oh, that's nice for the Red Wings. Martin Brodeur, 88 out of 249. $60/99 for the Hurricane, Martin Necas. $25/25, Nico Hessier. Luke Hughes. And printing plate booklet 1 of 1 for Connor Ingram. Box number 2. Walker Door, 26 of 249. Martin Brodeur, 63 out of 249. 16/25. Mackie Samoskevich. Great patch. Felix Potvin, 18/25. Adam Fantilli, 21/35. And 1 of 1, Drew Hellison. RPA, Cole Gutman, 228 out of 249. It was this close to being the right guy. We'll take that for the Blackhawks, though. No skunks. William Nylander, 137 out of 249. Dual patch auto, 5 of 5. Jonathan Huberdeau and Tyler Toffoli. Oh, that's nice. Leo Carlson. Boom. $6/25, William Nylander. And final card of the break will be a 1 of 1 printing plate auto for Nick Blankenberg for the Blue Jackets. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being here and being part of the break. Spending a little bit of your Sunday morning here with us. We will have more of this as well as other hockey releases coming up. So feel free to come on back. For the hits, Martin Brodeur, Martin Nikas, Nico Hessier, Luke Hughes, Martin Brodeur, Mackie Samoskevich, Felix Potvin, Adam Fantilli, printing plate 1 of 1 for Drew Hellison, William Nylander, Jonathan Huberdeau, and Tyler Toffoli, 5 of 5. Leo Carlson, William Nylander, printing plate 1 of 1 auto, Nick Blankenberg, printing plate booklet 1 of 1 for Connor Ingram, and for the RPAs, Cole Gutman out of 249. Walker Door out of 249. And Marco Casper out of 249. Alright, that will do it for hockey. Thank you guys again for being here. We are on to 2024 Leaf in the Game Used Multisport. Coming up in a few minutes. Going to get that set up and good to go. Get you guys back here shortly. Alright, welcome in everybody to the BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B. Today we've got one case of 2024 Elite in the Game Used Multisport that we're going to be getting into. While we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, bmc.collectibles, and save us as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks. And let you know when we go live and if you're live. Also need to mention no purchase necessary for link down in the description. Is this the break for in the game used? It is. You're in the right spot, my friend. All right, box number 1. Devin Booker, 11/60. James Harden, 5/5. LeBron James, 2/20. Quad patch, Robin Roberts, Don Drysdale, Bob Gibson, and Juan Marichal, 23/40. And dual auto, 1/7. George Brett and a Robin Yount. Nice. For those of you whose first time it is seeing this product, there will be a lot of randoms at the end. Probably somewhere between 10 and 15. Box number 2. Carlton Fisk, 36/50. Willie McGee, 7/60. Dizzy Dean, 14/25. That's nice. Triple patch, Karl Anthony Towns, Joel Embiid, Luka Doncic, 13/40. And Carlos Alcaraz. Boom. 16/25. We will take that. Congratulations on that hit. This time last week he was putting on a masterclass. Walter Payton, 2/3. Dennis Rodman, 14/25. Once Upon a Time in Detroit. Bat patch for Al Oliver, 6/6. Sam Perkins, 28/30. And 5/7. Anthony Edwards. Boom. Box number 4, Ja Morant. It's like a shoe patch, 46/60. Shaq, 28/40. Octo patch, 3/7. John Stockton, Steve Nash, Allen Iverson, Stephon Marbury, Chris Paul, Tim Hardaway, Tony Parker, and Jason Kidd. Once Upon a Time in Boston, 2/3. Paul Pierce. And Damian Lillard, 2/7. Patch auto. Box number 5. Messi, 42/60. Willie Mays here, 6/15. The Town, Octo patch. Dallas, 11/30. Roger Staubach, Nolan Ryan, Emmett Smith. Great patch on Emmett. Troy Aikman, Dirk Nowitzki, Mike Modano, Ivan Rodriguez, and Luka Doncic. $16/35, Tyreek Hill. And Once Upon a Time in Detroit, Dennis Rodman, 16/25. Rodrigo, 31 of 35. LeBron James, 11 of 30. Sextuple, 4 of 15. Antoine Jameson, James Harden, Scottie Pippen, David Robinson, Mitch Richmond, and Sean Marion. Patch auto, 1 of 25 for Earl Campbell. And, ooh, that's nice. Patch auto, 1 of 6 for Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Boom. That's great. Box number 7, Andrew Luck, 43 of 60. Luka, 3 of 40. The Town, San Fran, 3 of 25. Willie Mays, Steph Curry, Jerry Rice, Steve Young, Joe Montana, Willie McCovey, Barry Bonds, and Buster Posey. Kevin Durant, 10 of 20, patch auto. And Dylan Cruz, 7 of 7. Box number 8, Tony Gwynn, 18 of 60. Dual patch, Muhammad Ali and Hank Aaron, 7 of 20. That's sick. Jerry Stackhouse, 3 of 3. Tyler Hero, 6 of 7, patch auto. Get that boy away from a podcast, Mike. And Jalen Milroe, 11 of 25. Box number 9. Grant Hill, 28 of 60. 1 of 5. Walt Alston and Chuck Dressen. Octo patch. Cristiano Ronaldo, Angel Di Maria, John Stones, Heung-min Son, Mo Salah, Alejandro Garnacho, Jack Grealish, and Phil Foden, 22 of 35. Joe Montana, 2 of 6. Galaxy Stars. And 2 of 4. Patch auto, Luka Modric. What a patch on that. Boom. And finally, box number 10. Good luck, everybody. After this, we'll do a hit recap and then take care of the billion randoms. That is rounding up a little bit. Jason Tatum, 55 out of 60. Steve Nash, 27 of 50. Quad patch, Shaq, Alonzo Mourning, Christian Leitner, and Tom Gugliotta, 4 of 4. Rafael Nadal, 13 of 35. And quad, oh no, sextuple patch auto, 4 of 5. Frank Thomas, Mark McGuire, Jeff Bagwell, Fred McGriff, David Ortiz, and Jack Clark. Boom. All right. Go ahead and get a hit recap going here in just a second. All right, for the hits, Devin Booker, James Harden, LeBron James, Carlton Fisk, Willie McGee, Dizzy Dean, Carlos Alcaraz, Walter Payton, Dennis Rodman, Al Oliver, Sam Perkins, Lionel Messi, Willie Mays, Tyreek Hill, Dennis Rodman, Rodrigo, LeBron James, Earl Campbell, Zlatan, Andrew Luck, Anthony Edwards, John Morant, Shaquille O'Neal, Paul Pierce, Damian Lillard, Luka Doncic, Kevin Durant, Dylan Cruz, Tony Glenn, Jerry Stackhouse, Tyler Hero, Jalen Milroe, Grant Hill, Joe Montana, Luka Modric, Jason Tatum, Steve Nash, Rafael Nadal. And for everything going to random.org, George Brett, Robin Yount out of 7. Chuck Dressen and Walt Alston. Muhammad Ali and Hank Aaron. Karl Anthony Towns, Joel Embiid, Luka Doncic, triple. Robin Roberts, Don Drysdale, Bob Gibson, Juan Marshall. Shaq, Alonzo Mourning, Christian Leonard, Tom Gugliotta. Antoine Jameson, James Harden, Scottie Pippen, David Robinson, Mitch Richmond, and Sean Marion. Frank Thomas, Mark McGuire, Jeff Bagwell, Fred McGriff, David Ortiz, and Jack Clark. John Stockton, Allen Iverson, Chris Paul, Tony Parker, Jason Kidd, Tim Hardaway, Stephon Marbury, and Steve Nash. Roger Staubach, Nolan Ryan, Emmett Smith, Troy Aikman, Dirk Nowitzki, Mike Modano, Ivan Rodriguez, and Luka Doncic. Willie Mays, Steph Curry, Jerry Rice, Steve Young, Joe Montana, Willie McCovey, Barry Bonds, and Buster Posey. And Cristiano Ronaldo, Angel Di Maria, John Stones, Mo Salah, Jack Grealish, Youngman's son, Alejandro Garnacho, and Bill Bowden. Alright. That is it for us for today. Let's get random.org pulled up. And it'll take a few minutes to get all these typed up and good to go. Just stay tuned. We'll be back with you in a minute. For everybody else, thank you guys for being here and being part of the break. Look forward to seeing you back here. And I just realized that we have "end the good game." That's offensive and annoying. All right, we've got random.org pulled up and good to go. Got to roll some dice. Got to be how to be valid for us. We're going to go 9 times on every single random. Starting off with Walt Austin and Chuck Dressen. That is 8 times. 3 plus 6 is 9. Final roll. Walt Austin staying on top. Congratulations. Next up is Robin Young and George Brett dual auto. That is 8 times. Final roll. George Brett coming out on top. Congratulations. Muhammad Ali, Hank Aaron dual patch. That is 8 times. Final roll. Muhammad Ali staying on top. Congratulations on that. Karl Anthony Towns, Joel Embiid, and Luka Doncic triple patch. 8 times. Final roll. Joel Embiid taking it home. Robin Roberts, Don Drysdale, Bob Gibson, and Juan Marichal quad patch. That is 8 times. Final roll. Don Drysdale coming out on top. Shaquille O'Neal, Alonzo Mourning, Christian Laettner, and Tom Gugliotta quad patch. That is 8 times. Final roll. Alonzo Mourning coming out on top. Congratulations. Antoine Jameson, James Harden, Scottie Pippen, David Robinson, Mitch Richmond, and Sean Marion. That is 8 times. Final roll. Mitch Richmond coming out on top. Congratulations. Fred McGriff, David Ortiz, Jack Clark, Frank Thomas, Mark McGuire, and Jeff Bagwell. Sextuple patch auto. That is 8 times. Final roll. Frank Thomas coming out with the win. Congratulations. John Stockton, Steve Nash, Allen Iverson, Stephon Marbury, Chris Paul, Tim Hardaway, Tony Parker, and Jason Kidd. Octet of patches. That is 8 times. Final roll. It is Steve Nash taking it home. Next up is Roger Staubach, Nolan Ryan, Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman, Dirk Nowitzki, Mike Modano, Ivan Rodriguez, and Luka Doncic. The Town. Octet. That is 8 times. Final roll. Emmitt Smith coming out with the win. Congratulations. Next up is The Town for San Fran, Willie Mays, Steph Curry, Jerry Rice, Steve Young, Joe Montana, Willie McCovey, Barry Bonds, and Buster Posey. That is 8 times. Final roll. Willie Mays coming out on top. Congratulations. And finally, Cristiano Ronaldo, Angel Di Maria, John Stones, Youngman's son, Mo Salah, Alejandro Garnacho, Jack Grealish, and Phil Foden. That is 8 times. Final roll. Phil Foden coming out on top for the first time in anything in his life. That will do it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being here and being part of the break. Really do appreciate you spending some of your Sunday with us. Look forward to having you guys back in here sometime in the very near future for some more multi-sport stuff. And this is the BMC Collectibles Breaks. Have a great rest of your weekend.